what? Your past is a gift. It's been ages, you guys. I've been busy renovating. And with these renovations in my home, so many light bulb moments have been going off in my head. So in this last week, I've spent a lot of time renovating the 2 bedrooms upstairs. Now, the bedroom to my little girl's room had all these cracks and had holes in the walls from a shelf that we'd pulled down, and we never bothered to, patch them back up again and make them look nice again. So I started with her room, but our main bedroom, we've never touched it since we've moved in, and we've been in this house now for 14 years. And it's just one of those rooms that irks you when you walk into the room. It's like, oh, I can't stand the color of it, the original color that they chose. And it just had cracks. It just had so many, small little defects or small little bumps in the wall, little dents. And so in these past 2 weeks, I started off with my daughter's room because it was just one wall. It was quite an easy task to do her room. And, so in the first week, I did that. And then had a rest because I'm not used to painting and holding rollers and paintbrushes and all this. So after a few days, my arms and my hands got quite tired. I had to have a rest. And then I decided, okay, it's time to address that main bedroom. It was time to tackle it, right? And as I'm going through and I'm really looking at all the defects in the wall, all the cracks that we look at that we think are ugly cracks. And so I'm filling them in, and then you sand them, you smooth them out, and then you put the primer on there, so that you have one nice flat wall that you can repaint and make it look really nice. And as I'm going through this process of looking at all these cracks, I couldn't help in that week that I'm doing that to think that it's exactly the same as what we do with our past. The room is still the same room. It hasn't changed. It's not bigger and it's not smaller because of the renovations I've done, because I've decided to repaint it and give it a completely new color. But when you walk into the room feels different. It looks different. And so, I had this epiphany going through the week that the past is exactly like that. The event doesn't change. The event is the same. What you experienced, you can't change it. You can't alter it. The same as you can't change the dimensions of the room that you're renovating. Well, you can. You can knock down walls and make it bigger, get proper professionals in to do it. That's different. But say you just want to renovate this room and keep it the way it is without altering its dimensions. It's still the same room when you walk into it. But once you've covered all those cracks and once you've put the new paint over it, and the new paint we chose, of course, is like a white, sort of like this white, but more of a blue with a tiny hint of blue behind it. So it's whitish blue, I'd call it. But as the sun hits, because we get a lot of sunlight in the morning, it's very white. And we used to have these Tuscan yellow sort of color on the walls. They were pretty when we walked in, but after a few years, and they look kind of old and run down, and it's got that feel to it. And, I wanted it to look fresh. For some reason, as the years have progressed, I walked into the house and I painted lots of different rooms in lots of bright, beautiful colors. When I first walked in, this is 14 years ago, but now, as I'm going through all this process, for some reason, I want everything white. For some reason, it just looks clean. It feels clean. It makes the rooms look lighter and feel brighter. And there's just such a different feel to a white room than a room that has color on it. Like any other color. Doesn't matter what that color might be. So I was going through and I was thinking, the past is the same. The event is the same. It doesn't change. But when you look at the cracks, when you really look at the event for what it was, for what, the purpose of it, what it was meant to give you as a human being, the skills that you were meant to gain from these events, in order to live the life that you're meant to live. Once you can see all this and you can really, really, look at it. Look at all the cracks. Look at all the dents. Look at all the bumps. The texture of the walls in this room. That new paint, that new coat of paint, the new look that you've given to that room is the way that you are now looking at the event, because you're looking at it with different eyes. It's the same event, hasn't changed, but you now see it for what it was. You see the truth of it, and once you see that truth, that event, that room feels different. And that's what this process is all about. Changing how you feel about the event. Because you can't change the event. And I can't stress this enough. We're not here to change anything that happened. We can't change it. But there's a reason that it's happened. And we have to understand that reason. We have to understand it, because without that, you can't move forward. You'll find yourself always getting stuck in certain patterns because of these events, because you don't want to look at them. It's very easy to close the door to that room and not walk into it. We could have turned that into a storage room instead of the main bedroom and just open the door and throw things in and close the door when we're done. Never have to deal with that room. You can do that. But nothing will ever change in your life while you keep doing that. Because the change is not forward. The change is not out there in that direction forward. The change is here, now. Looking at what's happened to you, why it's happened to you, what you were meant to get out of it. There's a reason for the events in your life. There's a reason for them. And I'm here to help you find that. All right, my darlings. Remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages. There's only 12 days till Christmas, so I thought I'd change my beanie for a couple of weeks and get all festive on you. All right, my darlings. So hopefully I'll be here till Christmas with a lot, new messages, more messages, different messages, because sometimes saying things in different ways might make that light bulb go off in your head. All right, my darlings. Remember to share, because sharing is caring. I'll see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye for now.